You're listening to Strategically Speaking, the podcast where action coach Lee Gray shares strategies, insights, and real stories to help grow your business and lead with confidence. Let's get started.
Today we're diving into something I think is often misunderstood, the real meaning of success when you have a business coach. Spoiler alert, it's not just about making money. My coach in training, Shay, is joining us today, and Hi Shay, and she has been on my team since April.
It's so good to be on the Action Coach team with you, Lee, and in training not only as your executive assistant, but also, like you said, a coach in training, and I'm really happy to offer my perspective that can be pretty unique. Because when I first started working with you, Lee, as your executive assistant, I thought the only way to measure progress within business was the bank account. But after seeing all the strategies you actually implement with your clients in person, on Zoom, or in Member Day, I now see there's so much more you coach business owners on, and that really makes me excited to be a coach one day.
Well, I agree. It's so common when people start thinking about becoming my client, they say things like, I just need to grow revenue, and don't get me wrong, we do that. But when I talk to my clients a year later, they say things like, I'm finally sleeping through the night, or I actually had a weekend off with my family.
Let's talk about the first 6 months of coaching. What are the changes that you see in these business owners first that they probably weren't expecting to see in themselves?
Another good question. So one of the earliest wins is clarity. We have an exercise that we do. It's a, believe it or not, it's a clarity finding exercise. And a lot of business owners we find are in reactive mode, and they just put fires out all day. So and within the first couple of months, they start thinking more strategically instead of just reacting.
Okay, I hear your clients talk about this often during Member Day. So that definitely makes a lot more sense full circle.
Yeah, and another early win is accountability. You know that feeling when you tell your coach you're going to do something and then you show up the next session and you're going to make sure you do it because there's that accountability. And grown-ups, adults, business owners, leaders, CEOs, we all need accountability.
That's the truth. Nobody wants to say, hey, I didn't get that done, hey, I didn't do that to anyone in their life, regardless if it is their business coach, their spouse or their personal trainer saying, hey, I didn't get that done, or no, I didn't do it. That's not a good feeling. And I know as an executive assistant, sometimes I haven't done a few things on time. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, and accountability is a game changer. It keeps you moving forward when you might otherwise procrastinate, and it's off the radar.
Now, tell me a story about a client who experienced success beyond just the numbers.
Okay. One example I can think of is a client that owned a service business. She still has the business. And when we started, her revenue was great, but she was working 70 hours a week and never saw her kids, and was thinking about actually selling the business because she was exhausted.
Oh, ouch.
I know. But within 8 months, we built a team that she trusted, created the system so she didn't have to be involved in every single decision, and got her down to less than 40 hours a week. Her revenue did grow by about 35%.
Oh, awesome.
I know, it was awesome. But the big win was that she went on a 2-week vacation for the first time in years, and the business actually ran without her.
That's the dream right there.
And she told me, she said, Lee, the money was great, but the vacation was priceless.
Aww.
You know, you can't always talk to your employees, and probably shouldn't, or even your family about certain struggles. So having a coach means you have someone that's in your corner, someone who gets it without judgment. And that's really important, without the judgment.
I definitely did not think about the emotional side of running a business, and being here and watching your clients firsthand at their coaching sessions or at Member Day or at Growth Club. It's wonderful to see them grow, but how much they are emotionally and personally invested into their business. And I know they're not just venting to you. You actually want to help people work through these challenges in a productive way when they are here.
Yeah. It's about a perspective. So sometimes you're so close to a problem, you can't even see the solution.
Lee, I want to get into something that surprised me about how much my perspective has changed since not only becoming your executive assistant, but being on the path to becoming a coach in training. And that's just the personal and physical and emotional development of your clients that I see at Member Day, at their coaching sessions, and how much they just really start to flourish in this position.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. And watching you has been amazing. I love watching the owner grow, and I love watching their team grow, because the owner's paying more attention and is invested in that growth of their team too. So we find that owners start making decisions faster and leading their team with more confidence and even thinking bigger than they ever thought was possible.
It's almost like your business catches up to who you've become as a leader.
It is exactly that. And it's a ripple effect. So when the owner grows, the business grows. And when the business grows, it supports a better life for the owner, their family, and their employees. And the business can only grow to the level that the owner grows.
What do you want to say to someone listening right now who's thinking, I'm not sure if I ever need a coach, or right now just isn't the right time for a coach?
I'd say this. You don't hire a coach because you're failing. You hire one because you want to go further, you want to go faster, and with less stress. And that's what you get in coaching. If you've ever said, I don't have enough time, or I'm stuck, or I don't know what to do next, then you're ready to talk to a coach.
And if you wait until you're drowning, it's like trying to patch a hole in the boat when you're already sinking.
Exactly. And coaching is about building the boat so it doesn't sink in the first place.
This was such a good reminder, Lee, that success is so much more than the bottom line.
It absolutely is. It's about having a business that works for you and not the other way around. Here's how you can be a part of this growing community. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode. I'll be dropping new ones every Monday at 6 a.m. Leave a comment if something hits home. It helps more entrepreneurs find us. And if you want to go deeper, coaching, workshops, free resources, you can always head over to www.kansasbizcoach.com. That's kansasbizcoach.com. Thanks for being here. You just took the first step in building a business and a mindset that's truly built to lead. This is Lee Gray, and I'll see you next week. New episodes drop every Monday at 6 a.m. Until then, lead well, stay focused, and remember, whatever you do, take action.